Welcome to this quick tour of the AppDynamics Application Intelligence Platform. See how AppDynamics' powerful monitoring and analytics tools provide the best digital experience for your customers. After you install our app agents on your application servers, AppDynamics automatically discovers your application components and starts reporting performance metrics back to the controller. In this view, you can see how AppDynamics has discovered all the JVMs that make up this e-commerce application and the back-end calls to message queues and databases. Dashed lines connecting the tiers and backends indicate asynchronous activity. The legend helps you identify elements on the flow map. AppDynamics also automatically discovers .NET CLRs, PHP, Python, and Node.js applications, as well as exit calls to all kinds of remote services. You can use the Agent SDK to monitor C++ applications. AppDynamics automatically detects incoming customer requests, like checking account balances, searching airfares, or adding items to a shopping cart, and defines them as business transactions. It traces the transaction flow throughout the various tiers of your application and compares the performance of each business transaction to dynamically calculated baselines. That way, you can easily tell when business transactions are running slow. The business transaction list displays the health, the average response time, volume, and throughput for all your business transactions. Drill into a specific transaction to view more details and troubleshoot. The flow map shows an aggregated view of all instances of this particular transaction. AppDynamics also allows you to analyze individual transaction snapshots and diagnose the problematic ones from the Transaction Snapshots tab. Here, the flow map is specific to this particular execution of the transaction. The summary gives an overview of transaction timing, and potential issues calls out likely culprits for poor performance or errors. The slow calls and errors lets you quickly view the slowest backend calls or methods and any errors. The waterfall view lets you visualize the chronological order of method execution. AppDynamics comes with powerful troubleshooting tools built in. Troubleshoot Slow Response Times shows transaction snapshots for the slowest transactions, and Troubleshoot Errors shows snapshots for error transactions during the selected time frame. AppDynamics lets you specify health rules that define the acceptable performance thresholds for your application. When things go wrong and your application violates the health rules, you can quickly see which components of your application were affected and drill into a transaction dashboard for the specific time frame of the violation. AppDynamics also lets you set up policies that trigger automated actions based upon health rule violations and other system events. The metric browser lets you select and compare metrics for components in your environment. For example, you can show how the average response time for a business transaction correlates to the memory in use on an application server during a specific time frame. AppDynamics Integrated Database Monitoring gives you a real-time live view into your databases that shows hardware usage like CPU and memory, alongside query wait states and database sessions. You can also quickly view the top SQL statements and queries with their detailed execution plans. End-user monitoring provides performance information from the client perspective, whether web browser clients or mobile app clients. You can also set up synthetic browser monitoring jobs to generate performance data regardless of the load generated by your real user base. After you set up and configure browser real user monitoring, view the performance statistics in the dashboards. By default, the overview shows high-level performance indicators like the end-user response time, distributions, and trends. The Pages and Ajax requests shows all the client requests. You can drill in to see the dashboard for a specific request. The timing breakdown shows how much time the user's request spent in each phase of processing, from the first user response time to the time when the page fully loads. You can compare the web page performance against server response time, and you can drill into the related business transactions on the server side. AppDynamics Application Analytics aggregates all your data across your business transactions, logs files, browser, and mobile data so you can mine critical intelligence about your application performance and user experience. For example, you can query on hits on a browser page that take longer than 2 seconds. You can choose the fields that are critical to you and see summary statistics for the field. AppDynamics does all this and more. If you don't have AppDynamics, visit appdynamics.com to get started with a free trial today. Learn more at docs.appdynamics.com.